Hello, Internet! This is game 2 of my NPA game against Stephen Morioka. Now, if you've just seen, in game 1, I got quite lucky. My Raichu avoided a power whip and survived and gave me enough momentum to, at +1, basically sweep of team with my Talonflame as well. So, game 1 worked out rather well for me. I was rather fortunate. But not feeling too confident just yet. I know he's a good player. He showed that he was a good player, making that prediction in the first game. But I'm changing things up. I'm actually leading with my Raichu and Tyranitar, which I didn't even show my Tyranitar. I didn't even take my Tyranitar last game. But as we can see, he leads with his Zapdos and his Garchomp. And people tend to like to do this against me for some reason. Lee used, if you've seen on them videos with Osiris earlier on, he led with his Garchomp and his Zapdos over and over again against me. So people tend to, I don't know, they feel comfortable doing this, but basically, because I know I've got my Raichu, I've got my Lightning Rod out, he can bring his Ferrothorn in if he likes. I can use Fake Out on his Zapdos, on his Garchomp, to prevent any kind of Earthquake, and basically get a free Dragon Dance up. So I've got some momentum to begin with. I've got a nice +1 Mega Tyranitar here, but he has got his Ferrothorn out, so I'm still not in the most comfortable of positions, but I'm in a reasonable position. So when the video catches up, let's see what's going on in the next turn. So in the next turn, I'm protecting my Tyranitar because I know his obvious instinct will be to target that, and I'm probably just going to go for a hidden Power Ice on his Garchomp, but I'm thinking I want him to use Earthquake. I want him to knock out my Raichu here, because my Raichu doesn't really do anything else for me now. Because basically, if this Raichu goes down, I can bring Talonflame in, and I can knock out that Ferrothorn. After this hidden Power Ice damage, I can get the Crunch off onto that and knock it out as well. But next turn, he actually protects with his Garchomp, and I go for a Rock Slide. I do this because I know that I can survive a Power Whip or a Gyro Ball, and, well, he is threatened as well with his Garchomp, and he actually flinches. His Ferrothorn flinches this, so in the last game his Ferrothorn missed a Power Whip, and in this game it's flinching when it could have got a nice sort of 70% chunk off on my Tyranitar. So things are not going well for him. This poor Ferrothorn isn't doing too well for him. This next turn, he switches his Garchomp out, maybe expecting an Encore from my Raichu, but I go for a Rock Slide here. He was probably expecting my Tyranitar to protect here, fearing the target from his Ferrothorn, because I did attack last turn, so I could protect this turn. He obviously felt that I would want to do that, but I go for a Rock Slide. It knocks out his Charizard that comes in, and he actually targets this Raichu, which again shows me that he was predicting. He's kind of clutching at straws, I suppose. He was trying to make that extra play to give him some momentum. He tried to knock out my Raichu, hoping that my Tyranitar was going to protect itself. But again, I knew that Tyranitar can take a Gyro Ball, even more so after after the flinch earlier. It can't take two. But again, I'm kind of in the same position that I was in the first game now, in that I'm set up and I'm free to sweep his team, basically. So as long as he hasn't got, I mean, we've seen he's got Rough Skin, as long as he's not got Bright Powder on this Garchomp, then I can crunch it, I can knock it out, and I can Flare Blitz this Ferrothorn and knock it out as well. And Stephen, I'm sure he is a very good player. I'm sure I seem to remember him being quite high up on the championship points table before like the nationals and everything last year. I'm sure he is a very good player, but it didn't come off in these 2 games, unfortunately for him. His Ferrothorn just it failed in front of him, missing that power whip and flinching as well. Not gonna mess around with Rock Slide flinch, Rock Slide misses. I'm gonna go for a crunch and a Flare Blitz, which I know should knock this Zapdos out as well. And so they basically, these 2 seal the game up, and it's another easy sweep. So I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Steven again, because I know that I did get lucky again. I got that flinch, nice 30% flinch. Again, another reason why I like Tyranitar so much. It's so good at putting momentum in your favour from vital turns, vital rolls of the dice, the RNG like that as well. If you know, he didn't flinch that turn, then I would have played the game a little bit differently as well, because I knew that I could take 1 Gyro Ball or 1 Power Whip. But you know, that's how it goes. I mean, at the end of the game against Lee, I was saying that's the RNG. I've got to suffer and accept that that's what Pokemon does, and I guess the RNG balanced itself out, and I got a comfortable, an overly comfortable win here. So I hope you've enjoyed this game at least. Keep your eyes out for whatever I may upload in the future. I've still got some games from the Manchester tournament a couple of weeks ago waiting to come up, so look forward to them. I hope you've enjoyed this game. Please feel free to try and support the channel however you may feel necessary, however you may feel that you can do. I would very much appreciate that, obviously. But if you've enjoyed this video, excellent, that is the main thing. Thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.